Hello, I am so glad that you are here with me tonight. It is Thursday. I don't know where in the world you are. I've been not wanting to go live, but I know that going live is going to help me mastermind with people from all over the world. And it's the best way for us to really connect one on one. And it's such a blessing that we even have this as an option. So it's best to use it. Today, I'm going to start with just a reading. We've started a brand new year. It's 2018. Some of you have some fantastic, amazing goals. Maybe you've already written them down. Maybe you're waiting for them to come to you. Maybe you don't know what your goals are. You just know that you want something different than what you have already been through or what you've already experienced, or just something needs to be freshened up. Just something else is missing, or you just want to have a better day every day, or how to handle different situations. Well, there is an amazing book by an author named Og Mandino. The title of the book doesn't really do it justice. It's called The Greatest Salesman in the World. But honestly, it is more ancient wisdom, and it's more just for you to be the best version of you. We are always seeking, we are always growing. Our hair always grows, our nails always grow, they never stop growing. That is God telling us that we are always to be constantly growing, and inside as well. That's why, when we're young, we're not as smart, but when we're older, we're a lot wiser. And success leaves clues. And I have studied extensively. I've been a part of different amazing masterminds and amazing mentors. And so since it is January of 2018, with no further ado, I'm going to start with reading Og Mandino, The Greatest Salesman in the World. You can definitely order it on shop.com. It'll come straight to your house. Barnes & Noble has it. A lot of different places have this book. But we're going to get right into it. Here we go. Scroll 1. Today I begin a new life. Today I shed my old skin, which hath too long suffered the bruises of failure and the wounds of mediocrity. Today I am born anew, and my birthplace is a vineyard where there is fruit for all. Today I will pluck grapes of wisdom from the tallest and fullest vines in the vineyard. For these were planted by the wisest of my profession, who have come before me, generation upon generation. Today I will taste the grapes from these vines, and verily I will swallow the seed of success buried in each, and new life will sprout within me. The career I have chosen is laden with opportunity, yet it is fraught with heartbreak and despair. And the bodies of those who have failed, were they piled one atop another, would cast a shadow down upon all the pyramids of the earth. Yet I will not fail, as the others. For in my hands I now hold the charts which will guide me through perilous waters to shores which only yesterday seemed but a dream. Failure no longer will be my payment for struggle. Just as nature made no provision for my body to tolerate pain, neither has it made any provision for my life to suffer failure. Failure, like pain, is alien to my life. In the past, I've accepted it as I accepted pain. Now I will reject it, and I am prepared for wisdom and principles which will guide me out of the shadows into the sunlight of wealth, position, and happiness, far beyond my most extravagant dreams, until even the golden apples in the garden of Hesperides will seem no more than my just reward. Time teaches all things to him who lives forever, but I have not the luxury of eternity. Yet within my allotted time, I must practice the art of patience, for nature acts never in haste. To create the olive, king of all trees, 100 years is required. An onion plant is old in 9 weeks. I have lived as an onion plant. It has not pleased me. Now I wouldst become the greatest of olive trees, and in truth, the greatest of salesmen. And how would this be accomplished? For I have neither the knowledge nor the experience to achieve greatness, and already I have stumbled in ignorance and fallen into pools of self-pity. The answer is simple. I will commence my journey unencumbered with either the weight of unnecessary knowledge or the handicap of meaningless experience. Nature already has supplied me with knowledge and instinct far greater than any beast in the forest, and the value of experience is overrated, usually by old men who nod wisely and speak stupidly. In truth, experience teaches thoroughly, yet her course of instruction devours men's years. So the value of her lessons diminishes with the time necessary to acquire her special wisdom. The end finds it wasted on dead men. Furthermore, experience is comparable to fashion. An action that proved successful today will become unworkable and impractical tomorrow. Only principles endure, and these I now possess, for the laws that will lead me to greatness are contained in the words of these scrolls. What they will teach me is more to prevent failure than to gain success. For what is success other than a state of mind? Which two among 1,000 men can define success in the same words? Yet failure is always described but one way. Failure is man's inability to reach his goals in life, whatever they may be. In truth, the only difference between those who have failed and those who have succeeded lies in the difference of their habits. Good habits are the key to all success. Bad habits are the unlocked door to failure. Thus, the first law I will obey, which precedeth all others, is, I will form good habits and become their slave. As a child, I was a slave to my impulses. Now I am a slave to my habits, as are all grown men. I have surrendered my free will to the years of accumulated habits, and the past deeds of my life have already marked out a path which threatens to imprison my future. My actions are ruled by appetite, passion, prejudice, greed, love, fear, environment, habit, and the worst of these tyrants are habit. Therefore, if I must be a slave to habit, let me be a slave to good habits. My bad habits must be destroyed and new furrows prepared for good seed. I will form good habits and become their slave. And how will I accomplish this difficult feat? Through these scrolls, it will be done. For each scroll contains a principle which will drive a bad habit from my life and replace it with one which will bring me closer to success. For it is another of nature's laws that only a habit can subdue another habit. So in order for these written words to perform their chosen task, I must discipline myself with the first of my new habits, which is as follows. I will read each scroll for 30 days in this prescribed manner before I proceed to the next scroll. First, I will read the words in silence when I arise. Then, I will read the words in silence after I have partaken of my midday meal. Last, I'll read the words again just before I retire at day's end. And most important, on this occasion, I will read the words aloud. On the next day, I will repeat this procedure, and I will continue in like manner for 30 days. Then I will turn to the next scroll and repeat this procedure for another 30 days. I will continue in this manner until I have lived with each scroll for 30 days and my reading has become habit. And what will be accomplished with this new habit? Herein lies the secret of all man's accomplishments. As I repeat the words daily, they will soon become a part of my active mind. But more important, they will seep into my other mind, that mysterious source which never sleeps and often makes me act in ways I do not comprehend, but it also creates my dreams. As the words of these scrolls are consumed by my mysterious mind, I will begin to awake each morning with a vitality I have never known before. My vigor will increase. My enthusiasm will rise. My desire to meet the world will overcome every fear I once knew at sunrise, and I will be happier than I ever believed it possible to be in this world of strife and sorrow. Eventually, I will find myself reacting to all situations which confront me as I was commanded in the scrolls to react. And soon these actions and reactions will become easy to perform. For any act with practice becomes easy. Eventually. Thus I knew, and good habit is born. For when an act becomes easy through constant repetition, it becomes a pleasure to perform. And if it is a pleasure to perform, it is in man's nature to perform it often. When I perform it often, it becomes a habit, and I become its slave. And since it is a good habit, this is my will. Today, I begin a new life. And I make a solemn oath to myself that nothing will retard my new life's growth. I will lose not a day from these readings, for that day cannot be retrieved, nor can I substitute another for it. I must not, I will not break this habit of daily reading from these scrolls. And in truth, the few moments spent each day on this new habit are but a small price to pay for the happiness and success that will be mine. As I read and reread the words in the scrolls to follow, never will I allow the brevity of each scroll nor the simplicity of its words to cause me to treat the scroll's message lightly. Thousands of grapes are pressed to fill one jar with wine, and the grape skin and pulp are tossed to the birds. So it is with these grapes of wisdom from the ages. Much has been filtered and tossed to the wind. Only the pure truth lies distilled in the words to come. I will drink as instructed and spill not a drop. And the seed of success I will swallow. Today, my old skin has become as dust. I will walk tall among men, and they will know me not. For today, I am a new man with a new life. And that concludes scroll number 1, Og Mandino, the greatest salesman in the world. I'm not sure when I'm going to put out scroll 2, but I will be putting all scrolls into their own video so you have them, because sometimes there might be a day where you need to hear one of the other scrolls. But you should be living with each scroll for 30 days before you move on. It's a great book. Matthew McConaughey has actually accredited this book to his success and making him go for his dreams. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to masterminding with you more and more often. When two or more are gathered, we gain strength. There's strength in numbers. And I cannot wait for you to be the best, highest version of you. God bless you all. Thank you for coming. Have a great night.